I'm not introducing myself again because already I've done that. So just wanted to speak about a book. It's a thriller stories combination. So if you are all interested in thrillers, then this book is a perfect one for you. I can say I'm trying to be over ambitious about it. The book name is A Time for Thrills. It's a combination of 6 thriller stories, 6 authors in fact. So we 3 of us here, they're going to introduce themselves, and 3 of them are from the United States. And like fortunately I have met them over the internet, over Instagram, and they had actually agreed to be part of this project. Initially I was very skeptic about it, whether I'll be able to complete this project, because 6 people, you know, 6 different thoughts, 6 different ideas, 6 different styles of writing, and then I pushed them with the target dates of completion, and every one of them are busy in their own professional life, personal life, but they agreed to be part of this project. And the beauty of this book, when I was actually compiling and editing each of the stories, is that every one of them have their different styles of writing, and it's not like the thriller the thrill behind each of these stories has some different unique ideas and thoughts. Like some was psychological based, some was a mystery one. So there were different aspects of it. Some were out of adventure, some were haunted, so different things. So it's like if you are switching from one story to another, you won't feel the monotony that you are reading same type of stories. It's all 6 different stories and 6 different types of characters, plots which are there in each of these stories. So now I want to introduce 2 of the authors who are also with me here, and I would request them to talk something about themselves and also read out or maybe talk about some portions of their story, the plot which they have thought about. Yeah. So, do you want to come?
And I'm honored to begin the book with a story. This is my second anthology with Kyoto. And what I would say is, yes, the paranormal world has always intrigued me, and the story is that, but we are not always sure whether the paranormal identity or the thing is positive or negative. And you'll find the same thing, and maybe till the end you will still be confused and you'll still be thinking, intrigued by whether the paranormal entities are good or bad. I would just read a paragraph which describes the protagonist of the story. It's a cat. The title of the story is C for Cat. I used the other spare room at Madhu's apartment at night because we could sense that Madhu's pet was possessive of her. The fluffy grey cat with a white belt-like border on its neck rubbed itself against Madhu's leg and purred, staring at me whenever Madhu and I sat together for a heart-to-heart chat. It never came close to me, even when I tried to be friendly and called it lovingly by its name. Kill Bill. Madhu had named it Kill Bill, deriving Bill from the Hindi word Billi, which means cat, and kill from killer looks, because it looked so different and arrogant. It was a cat spelled with a capital A standing for attitude. It mewed in such a manner as if a lion roared. The most significant and distinguishing characteristic of this cat was that it had heterochromia. It had different colored eyes. Odd were its eyes. The left eye was green and the right was blue. So the description of the cat, you can understand, we may find it ominous, but you'll have to read till the end to understand, or maybe be even more confused to feel whether this paranormal entities are good or bad for us. Thank you.
Profession. And so writing was a passion in my school, from school days. this is my first attempt in writing something. I hope I can continue in the future times. So my story is about, it started with a adventure road trip and which happened to be a thriller, ultimately in a haunted house. I won't basically explain or go into details of my story or read anything about it. I think if people can read the story, it can be a good experience regarding it means similar kind of experience which many might have in their lifetime. Thank you.
I won't take much time now, just I want to specifically mention the names of the authors because 3 of them are not here, but their contribution had been immense in this book. So apart from 3 of us, Giovanni Ortega, Rashmi P. Menon, and there were 2 brothers, they called them as Brothers Epps. So these 3 authors have been part of the book, and the stories which they have plotted in this book is, one was about the mystery in a battlefield, another was a disappearance of 2 kids, and third was, I think, based upon a psychology, it was a psychological thriller. So it was wonderful working with all of them, and please do check out this book if you love thrillers. It is available in Amazon, it is available in the Kyoto store. And lastly, I want to end by talking about my story. It was actually plotted with relation to my visit to a place. I think many of you may know that it's in West Bengal only. It's a small hill station. It's called Tagda, and I had visited there. I loved the place. I stayed in a homestay, and in Tagda it's like all the British era bungalows are there, and you are warmly actually greeted by the owners of those homestays. And there was a family whom I really loved staying with them. It's like the grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, the son, the daughter, and it's named the Silent Footsteps at Tagda. So when I was just strolling across the garden, I felt something mysterious over the air, or the mysterious mystery around the homestay. So then I thought about the plot, because the grandmother was not there. She had passed away long ago, and I converted them into a footsteps of hers, which actually followed me throughout while staying at the homestay. So it was like when I was strolling across the garden, a sudden whisper made me turn my head backward. To my surprise, there was no one. I was a bit startled, but then I knew in the mountains, sometimes the sound of the winds or the breeze tends to create such whispering noises. I smiled a bit at my foolishness, and again I looked around in the garden, but then no, again the whisper, and I just vigorously turned my head backward. So that's how the mystery starts, and why the footsteps used to follow me, what she wanted to tell. Was there any mystery behind it? You have to read the story for that. So please do that, and we'll be very happy. And thanks once again, Kyoto, for arranging this beautiful event and publishing our stories. Thank you so much.
Group.